If you're anything like me, you love a good house tour or apartment tour. There's something so fascinating about seeing how people live, how they decorate, how they make a space their own, and of course, knowing how much money they pay to live there. Over the years, I have shared 5 apartment tours here on YouTube of my places in New York City and in Munich, 3 of them furnished and 2 of them unfurnished, and they are some of my most popular content on this channel. So I thought, why not take things a step further? And I decided to start this new series called Come On In, where I take you along as we visit the apartment or the house or maybe a cottage in the woods of a friend, of a family member, or someone I know that decides to open the door to their homes for us, for me, and for this community here on YouTube. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Flor. I live and work here in New York City. And if you want to know more about this new series and more episodes coming out, of course, go ahead, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the notification bell so you can be notified of every time I upload a new video. To kick things off, we are heading to Hudson Yards, one of the newest neighborhoods in Manhattan and one of the most popular ones. It has so many new buildings and beautiful views of the Hudson River, so it's a really sought after area. And we're going to go to Annie's apartment. She is a fellow content creator that I met about a year ago at an event, and we hit it off immediately. And I follow her on Instagram and TikTok, and you should do it as well. And she posts so much content about her apartment, and I feel like it's such a beautiful space that reflects her style and her personality. So we are heading off there. I want to see how she decided to decorate it the way she did and why she chose this specific place. So now that you know all about the series and what it's going to be about, welcome to Come On In. Let's head off to Hudson Yards and visit Annie. Let's go.
Hi, I'm Annie. Welcome to my apartment. I'm a content creator and I'm a freelance influencer marketing strategist here in New York City. I'm so excited to show you guys my home today. I live in the Hudson Yards area of New York. It is the perfect location for me, but I'm so excited to show you every little detail in this home. So we'll start in the kitchen, which actually doesn't get much use from me, but it is a beautiful kitchen. One of my New Year's resolutions this year was to actually start to cook more, and I was really good about it through January and February, but I've been traveling so much. So a lot of this has been microwave, heating things up, and ordering in. Something that you'll hear me say over and over and over again today is how to maximize the storage space. I live in a studio apartment in New York, and if you know anything about New York, storage space is hard to come by and the spaces are really small. So in the kitchen specifically, something that I have loved as a part of this is I've put baskets up above all my cabinets, and this is just extra storage space for like winter things or like tools. This space is what I like to call the foyer. It's exactly like probably 1 square foot. But again, something you'll hear me say a lot within my apartment and in the design of the elements is I've done a lot of mixing together of high-end pieces and a little bit of more affordable options. And this shoe storage has been such a game changer. I think this whole thing was maybe $80 from Amazon. And you'll see that there's some really great storage maximizing for all the shoes that I have. This is my pride and joy of my apartment. I'm a content creator, so I have a lot of things, and this has been organized like nobody's business. I love it. I don't know if you could tell, but I've added motion sensored lights into my closet, and it is such a game changer when it comes to getting dressed. I'm one of those people that if I can't see what I have, I'll forget it. And so adding lights lets me actually see the clothes that are in this beautiful and big closet. So my top 3 closet storage tips are: 1, in my apartment, I actually didn't have space for a dresser. So instead of having drawers with workout clothes and bras and underwear and pajamas, I actually added these baskets to the back of my closet doors, and they've been working great. And it's really nice that these are movable. So during the seasons, I can move them around based on what I'm using more often. My second storage tip is again to maximize the hanging space that you have. Usually in New York, you don't have something that's quite this wide. So in order to save space, I love these multi-pant hangers. You can hang up to 5 pairs of pants or shorts on them, and they're just really convenient. And my last storage tip for my closet is to use all of the vertical space that you can. You'll see that I have hanging space, I have some totes that are down low, I have totes that are up high. I also have hats hanging on the walls and belts hanging on the walls, so any wall space, any vertical space, be sure to use it. I joke that this hallway is my art gallery, and you'll see that I have this large piece. This is actually from HomeGoods, so again, one of the more affordable options. This piece, I thought it was gonna be upwards of like $400 or $500, and it was only $150. And then I also ordered this light from Amazon that's rechargeable with a remote. And then if you follow me, this hallway leads to the main living space, which is my office, my living room, my dining room, my bedroom, all within a 12 by 12 space. So in this living room and office space, the couch is one of my higher end pieces. This is actually from West Elm. And to me, it was an investment piece that I'll bring it with me in the next couple apartments and hopefully future home that I have. And then this bench, I really struggled to find a coffee table because everything was turning out to be white, and I have a wood dining table. So I didn't want wood, I didn't want white, and I definitely didn't want glass. I had glass in my last apartment and it got so dirty so easily. And I was walking around HomeGoods with my mom, and she actually spotted this fabric bench, and it has proven to be the best coffee table. So I added this tray just for a little bit of stability when I inevitably have every single meal sitting on the couch. I work from home full time, and so it was really important to me to have a desk area, but I also didn't want my apartment to feel like a working space. I wanted to be able to push it away and shut it down to enjoy and relax my space. So this has been great. I love that everything is white and cream, obviously except for the monitor. It kind of blends into this corner really nicely, and when I'm on the couch or in my bed, I honestly don't even notice it. So even though I have a dining area, I really do eat all of my meals sitting on my couch, and it's been really good to have these C tables. This is also from West Elm. I can just move it around, and it's almost just like a little TV tray, so I can keep all my things where they're supposed to be and not on the white couch, except for one time I did spill an entire bottle of hot sauce on the couch, but I got it out. This is my bedroom. It's not super exciting, but a few things that I have to call out. This wall is a little bit too narrow to have a real true headboard. All headboards are just designed to be a little bit wider than I guess this wall is. So instead, I found this headboard pillow, and I think it's from Pottery Barn, and I've loved it. And I move it to that wall if ever I am watching TV from my bed, which I try not to do. And then again, another storage tip that I have is on my bed, I put my bed on some risers to get some extra height underneath my bed. And I have, I think like 12 totes all shoved under there, and so I have all my winter clothes, I have some coats, I have some extra beauty products and some suitcases. You'd be amazed about the things that I've been able to shove under my bed. This is my vanity area. I do a lot of beauty content, so if you do follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you'll see me sitting at this desk a lot. And within this corner, I have had so many storage hacks that have really changed the game for me. The first is actually my jewelry container. I feel like in New York, you always want to know where your stuff is. And so these are from the Container Store, and they're really great that they have all these different things, and they're completely customizable, and you can move them around. So if you want more or less, you can do that. But this has been great. Another one of my favorite storage tips in this area is this stool. Again, when you are living in New York and thinking about how to maximize the space of your home, look for the things that you use every day. Like potentially you could have a coffee table that opens up to store your blankets in it or extra pillows. That's the idea of here. And so I have all my electronics all in here too. And then one of my favorite things in my apartment are these shoes, and that's why they're on display. It was actually my 24th birthday, and I had just moved to the city maybe like 2 weeks before, and I went to an SJP collection sample sale, which is Sarah Jessica Parker's shoe brand, which so sad it doesn't exist anymore. But anyways, on my 24th birthday, I went to the sample sale and found these two pair of shoes. This one, I think they're gorgeous. And then I was only gonna buy one, but then Sarah Jessica Parker herself said that I had to have these, especially because it was my birthday, and they're beautiful. And on the back, it says the heart of New York. So I joke that these are my Carrie Bradshaw shoes. And before anybody calls me out, I do keep my perfume on this ledge right here that is in the sun. I know perfume's not supposed to be in the sun, but that's where it lives. If you have a better idea of where it should go, please tell me. Another one of my favorite elements of my apartment is this mirror, which is not just a mirror, it's also every girl's dream of a shoe closet. And I know I have a lot of shoes, and this part of spring cleaning has not quite happened yet, so we'll save that. And then you can take a long walk over to the bathroom, which is a bathroom. But the fun thing about my bathroom is I think that it's the one place in my apartment that I've gotten really whimsical with the art especially. I have this picture of this frog in the shower. Her name is Pearl, and I just think she's so funny, and every day I look at her and it gives me a little laugh. I was so excited to live on my own for the first time. So a year ago, I spent probably 6 weeks trying to plan out how I wanted to decorate the space and how things were gonna map out once I got in here. And one of my favorite things that I did was paint some of these walls. So before I moved in, I emailed the building just asking for permission. Usually I'm a fan of ask for forgiveness and not for permission, but your girl wasn't trying to get evicted. So I did ask, and the building was great. They said as long as you paint it back once you leave, no problem. And in painting these different areas, it's done a really amazing job of making sure that each section feels like its own room when I am living in one space. So the green walls, the paint color is Oak Moss by Sherwin-Williams if you're curious. And then on this blue side, this is my bedroom. I actually have a blue bedroom at home, so it feels very zen, very comfortable. And I really struggled when I was trying to put together the design of this place, of what colors I wanted to use. Typically what I see in New York is that everybody goes white or neutral just because it makes the space feel a little bit bigger. But I was just so over a sad beige or a white apartment. I needed a little bit more color, but I'm not a very colorful person. And so I wanted to find color that was still feeling neutral and felt like me. So my mom actually gave me the great advice of saying, look in your closet and look at the color of the clothes that you like to wear, and that will make the space feel like it's you when you're living in it. So I love wearing greens, I love wearing blues, a lot of like earth tones. So you'll see that really reflected throughout. I also love all gold jewelry, so a lot of gold accents. Another area of my apartment that I really love is the shelves. It's very curated, it's really fun, and a lot of the details on here relate to me and my life. Actually, as a housewarming gift, one of my best friends got me these dirty martini glasses. I love a dirty martini. And then one of my favorite things is to collect matchboxes and then keep corks from important moments or fun times that we have as friends. My most recent one I have in there, one of my best friends just moved to Minneapolis, and this is the cork of the champagne that we popped when she left. Also, another special memory that I have is this Vogue magazine. I actually was in a bridal shoot last year and it appeared in the UK version of Vogue. So it's tiny, but it's in there. Okay, and this is the last stop on the tour, but this is my dining room. I love this table from West Elm. I think the edges, the curved edges are really nice. And then I also hung this pendant light. It's an electric light, so this light bulb just uses Wi-Fi to turn on, or Bluetooth. I think it's Bluetooth. But I just screwed it to the ceiling and it adds just like a nice light layer of dimension to this corner. So like I said before, I live in the Hudson Yards area of New York, and this location is perfect for me. One, I'm a runner, and so having close access to the West Side Highway is amazing. And I also have a lot of friends that live uptown and a lot of friends that live downtown. So it's really easy for me to get anywhere in the city, which I absolutely love. And about a year and a half ago when I was looking for this apartment, some things that were really important to me were having 24-hour security, or at least a doorman. Especially living alone as a woman, I wanted to have that extra layer of security. And then also in my last apartment, I got so many packages stolen because I didn't have a secure package room. So that was a must for me. And then also having a laundry room in the building and then a gym in the building have been such a godsend. It really changes the game. Okay, so for some of the logistics of this apartment, I think this is just over 400 square feet. And a lot of people tell me that it looks a lot bigger on the internet. So I think that's a testament to how I've sectioned off the areas. In terms of rent, my rent actually just went up because I re-signed my lease for the next year. And so just for context of what you can get in New York, this studio apartment with full amenities is $3.8K. It's pricey, but in my mind, I'm paying for an apartment and I don't have a car, I don't have a car payment, no car insurance, no gas. So anything that if I lived outside of New York that I would spend on that, I just put it back into my rent. I have loved taking you on a tour of my home, but I have things to do, so you gotta get out of here. Thanks for coming. See you later.